Hi guys, welcome to today's video. How are all of you doing? I hope you have a great time, a good summertime. Here in Germany it's finally some good weather, real summer feeling. So yeah, for today's video we are going on Bleacher Report, and there was an article written by Zach Buckley on July 10th. So yeah, a couple of days ago. But I just didn't really have so much time to react on it, but I definitely want to do it, and that's what we're going to go to do today. And it's one trade every NBA team could make right now. So we're going to throw all 30 teams and see what is there. Guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, I would really appreciate if you could leave a like, maybe subscribe to my channel and write a comment. It would help me out a lot. Just a little of your time, but for me it means the world. And yeah, would appreciate it very much. So let's jump right into the video. Alright guys, so the first team of course is the Atlanta Hawks, and the article says the trade idea: Clint Capella to the Chicago Bulls for Nikola Vucevic, Julian Phillips, and a 2025 first round pick lottery protected via Portland. So yeah, that would be just another step for the Hawks going into a rebuild. Like, Nikola Vucevic's contract is not too nice. I think he has 3 more years for 20 million. And yeah, everybody was kind of shocked when the Bulls gave him that contract. Like, the Bulls sometimes they make really stupid stuff, like now they would have to trade a first round pick to get rid of him, and Julian Phillips, a player who had some good games recently in the summer league. And yeah, just this trade would just be really bad for the Bulls, because they just gave Nikola Vucevic that contract extensions, a big one as well. And yeah, with them getting back Clint Capella is nice, but no big change there, right? Maybe you can flip him for a future first round pick, I guess. And yeah, for the Atlanta Hawks, like I said, you get Julian Phillips, a nice young player, and a first round pick lottery protected. So that just means they're really going all in into the rebuild, which in my opinion they should. Trae Young is still young, and you can still build on him, right? And a team around him. So yeah, for the Bulls, this trade would be, in my opinion, terrible. I would give it like a F, I guess. And for the Hawks, solid trade, maybe a B. Alright, let's go to the next one, the Boston Celtics. This is my guy, man. Like, Jaden Springer, I'm very high on his potential. I watched him so much in the Summer League last year, and I think the year before. I just really hope he's going to get a chance somewhere where he's a regular NBA player, because like I said, I think the potential is really there. I see it a lot in his passing abilities, of course in his scoring abilities, and just a very good player, like a little Tyrese Maxey. I mean, not saying that he's going to be the same as Tyrese, but for me he brings the same energy like Tyrese, and like I have a lot of hope for him. I really hope he can find a good situation. So the trade idea would be Jaden Springer as a 2025 second round pick and a 2026 second round pick to the Portland Trail Blazers for Chris Murray. I mean, you're giving up 2 second round picks and a young player for Chris Murray, who is also a young player. Maybe it does make sense in the, like, from a position, like maybe they just need that small forward, I would imagine. But besides that, Chris Murray has not shown me anything that I would give 2 second round picks and a young prospect up for him. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like it too much, to be honest. I mean, Jaden Springer again on the Trailblazers would be nice, because they are rebuilding on their own. They do have a very deep guard rotation, but maybe he's going to see more minutes there, and so for him maybe it makes sense going to Portland and not playing for the champs, the Boston Celtics. So yeah, like I said, for the Celtics it doesn't make a lot of sense for me, so I would give it like a D. And for the Trailblazers, I mean, sure, you get more picks, 2 second round picks and a young prospect. Why wouldn't you do it? So I would give it a B. So for my opinion, it's a very unfair trade, like a clear winner and a clear loser in my opinion. So Brooklyn Nets, of course, we have Dorian Finney-Smith, who everybody wants him to go back to the Western Conference, like the Mavericks, like, yeah. But let's see this trade idea: Dorian Finney-Smith to the Sacramento Kings. Okay, all right, for Kevin Huerter and a 2025 second round pick and a 2026 second round pick. So two second round picks and Kevin Herter for Dorian Finney-Smith. Yeah, it's kind of the Kings really seem to give up on Kevin Herter. Like I remember, like was it last year when they brought him in and everybody was so excited about him, and they gave him a nice contract extension and a fair one in my opinion. But yeah, I watched a lot of King games the year before last year, where when he just came in, and he can get hot, but he can also be very cold, and he's just going to shoot the heck out of the ball and is just missing. But again, if he gets hot, he's a very fun player to watch. And yeah, for me, like him next to DeMar DeRozan, Sabonis, and Fox makes a lot of sense because he's a good shooter. So yeah, him and Malik Monk, they for me, I would have Kevin Herter coming off the bench. He should really work on his defense, and then he would be a really nice 3-and-D player, right? And with Dorian Finney-Smith, you get another forward. Like I said, you already have DeMar DeRozan, of course. Yeah, he probably would start at the power forward, I would imagine, DFS. So it makes sense. The Kings are going all in. I didn't like their offseason last year when they just kind of re-signed everybody, like Harrison Barnes and Trey Lyles and all those guys. And yeah, so it didn't work out for them. They missed the playoffs. And now they're just kind of trying to go all in with DeMar DeRozan now on the roster as well. Yeah, it's a fair trade. I mean, why not? Why not? Like DFS is a good defender. He can shoot the three a little bit. And yeah, for the Brooklyn Nets to get 2 second round picks back, like that would be amazing. Like that's just what they're looking for at this point. Maybe you wish you could get a first round pick for DFS, like a protected one. It would have to be, I'm sure, lottery protected or top 10 protected, something like that. I don't think you get an unprotected pick for DFS. But yeah, as long as you get 2 or 3 second round picks, I think you still take the trade. So why not? Why not? It's a fair trade. I would give it a B for both sides. Charlotte Hornets. Vasilije Micic to the Denver Nuggets for Zeke Nnaji and a 2029 second round pick. I think the Nuggets, they just got Russell Westbrook, so I don't think they are really looking for another point guard. So that's probably off the books now. Zeke Nnaji, I think I still have hope for him. I still believe in him. Last year, of course, did not work out. Everybody expected him to make the next jump, but of course it didn't happen. So him going to the Hornets would be nice because he could be their kind of PJ Washington replacement, I guess. And a second round pick, like with the Brooklyn Nets, the Hornets are just happy to take every pick they can take. And Micic looked solid with the Hornets. He has a lot of potential. He used to play in Europe, so I know a little bit about him. A very good player, good experienced point guard. So him going to the Nuggets would make sense, but like I said, they just got Russ Westbrook, so probably not going to happen. Chicago Bulls. Alright, Zach LaVine to the Charlotte Hornets. That's something I have always thought about, to be honest. I actually had some rebuilds. I made some rebuilds about it on NBA 2K. Alright, so LaVine to the Hornets for Grant Williams, Cody Martin, Micic, and a 2027 second round pick. Yeah, guys, I don't like this trade, to be honest, because the Bulls, in my opinion, should really go for the rebuild. They do have now Matt Sposilis, who looked very strong, very good in the Summer League, and some other good young players. So in this scenario, you trade out your best player. Of course, his stack is not so high as it used to be, but still it's your best player, and you get like 3 older kind of NBA players back and only a second round pick. So I wouldn't take that offer if I'm the Bulls. I definitely want a young player, like if there would be a Trey Mann instead of let's say Grant Williams, I would take it. But the Hornets are not going to give up. But somebody like that, I would like to have a young prospect back for sure for LaVine. And just really go for that rebuild, guys. You have to do it, just admit it. As much as I hate tanking and the idea that you are willing to lose games and to get a good draft pick. Like, I hate that idea, and that's why I'm always so divided. Like, for example, if you take the Washington Wizards, they sucked for 10 years or whatever now, right? But they always try to compete, and that is something I do actually give them respect. Like, they try to build their best roster around Bradley Beal and Porzingis and John Wall and all those guys, Gilbert Arenas back in the days. But they were stuck in mediocrity, right? Like, they're always like 10th or 8th or something like that. But at least they tried, and they don't go in and lose games, because us as sports fans and like wannabe athletes, should be all about winning and improving, and yeah, then losing games like that, just for me, I don't have respect for that so much. So it's kind of, I'm divided, guys. Like, I want them to go into a rebuild, but I also hate to see that happen. You know what I mean? Maybe you agree or disagree. Let me know in the comments. But back to the trade, I'm not a big fan of it. I would not do it if I'm the Bulls. If I'm the Hornets, I would do it, because you don't give up too much. So for the Hornets, I would give it a B, and for the Bulls, C or D. Alright, let's go to the next one. Cleveland Cavaliers trade idea. Isaac Okoro, sign and trade to the Brooklyn Nets for Dorian Finney-Smith. Yeah, I mean, the Phoenix Suns are... No, who are we talking about? I forgot. No, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm sorry, I got confused here for a moment. Yeah, the Cavaliers, of course, re-signed Mitchell, of course. I can't remember. Donovan Mitchell, of course. Now they're really building around him, and there come some articles out that Garland doesn't even want to be traded away from him. So we will see how that situation is going to be handled. But them getting DFS, it's very good. They do need that small forward, power forward position to be a little bit stronger. So yeah, it's definitely an upgrade to Isaac Okoro, and him going to the Nets also makes a lot of sense. He would probably be one of the younger guys who gets a lot of minutes. So a win-win trade for me. Like, I would give it like a B for both teams. Makes a lot of sense. Dallas Mavericks, the trade Maxi Kleber and first round pick 2025 top 10 protected to the Brooklyn Nets for DFS. So we have a lot of DFS trade rumors here, and of course that one is always there. Him going back to the Mavs, to an organization where he loves so much and kind of belongs to. They made him big, they helped him out a lot, he loves it there, he loves Texas. And yeah, him going back to Dallas, it looks like it's destined. But them giving up Maxi Kleber and a top 10 protected pick, I think that's what it takes to get him. Like I said earlier in this article, 2 second round picks for me would not be enough. So him going to the Dallas Mavericks would be very, very nice. A good leader, a good defender, that's exactly what they need. He would be like their Derrick Jones replacement. And so yeah, for the Mavs, I like the trade a lot, so I would give it like probably an A- even. And for the Nets, getting a top 10 protected first round pick is exactly what you need, so I would also give it an A-. If you can get a top 10 protected pick for DFS, I think you should be very happy. So now we have the Denver Nuggets, Zeke Naji, and a 2025 second round pick to the LA Clippers for Russell Westbrook. So yeah, of course, like I said, Westbrook is already a Nugget. We don't know the details at the moment, but I think it's without Zeke Naji, but I don't know. It's probably for 2 seconds or something, I read. But yeah, we have to wait a little bit on that one. Yeah, so that's a done deal already. So him going to the Nuggets, actually, let's talk about this a little bit. I think it makes a lot of sense, you know. He should come off the bench. I really hope that they don't plan him as a starter. And then he's a good energizer. Like, I remember watching a lot of Clippers games last year, and he really was a difference maker, to be honest. Like, him coming off the bench, where he decided that he wants to come off the bench, and he really kind of took that role, and yeah, was for me one of the better sixth-man guys in the NBA. So yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. So my Detroit Pistons, let's see. I don't even have words for that. Jaden Ivey to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Thomas. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Jaden Ivey loves Detroit. He has family from Detroit. He loves it there. Him next to Kate, for me, it still makes a lot of sense. Of course, he has to improve his defense, his shooting, but the potential is there. You get back Cam Thomas, who of course is a very good shooter and scorer and everything, but Jaden Ivey still has a lot of potential in my opinion. I'm still a believer in maybe you should put Kate Cunningham back to the 3 small forward position and give Jaden Ivey the point guard starting job, because he's a very good ball handler. And yeah, Kate Cunningham struggled with turnovers a little bit. Maybe he needs to reduce his role just a little bit and go to the 3 and Jaden Ivey to the point, but don't give up on him. Detroit would be a very stupid trade idea in my opinion. Jaden Ivey has a lot of potential, and like I said, he is connected to the city. He loves Detroit. Don't do it, man. Very terrible trade. I would give it like a C+ for both teams. I mean, the Bucks would win it in my opinion, obviously, because they get a potential franchise player back if you give him the ball in his hands. Like, he can do amazing things. He's so quick. He's one of the fastest NBA players. Yeah, so the Brooklyn Nets would win that trade for sure, in my opinion. So I would give them like, I guess, like a B or an A+. And my Pistons, I would hate it, man. C+ or D. So Golden State Warriors, oh my goodness. Trade idea: Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton, Kevon Looney, Moses Moody, 2026 first round pick, 2026 second round pick, 2028 first round pick, and 2028 second round picks. So what is that? 2 second round picks, 2 first round pick, and another pick swap to the Jazz for Lauri Markkanen and Walker Kessler. Yeah, that's kinda not going to happen. So what is it? Like 2 first rounds, 2 second, 1 pick swap, and you get Kuminga back, and I guess Moses Moody. I don't think Gary Payton and Kevon Looney would be a big role in Utah. So, but yeah, of course, Lauri and Walker Kessler back. So that would be definitely a W. The Jazz, in my opinion, would got completely robbed in this trade, because all this could be just for Lauri Markkanen, but you would also get Walker Kessler. Like I said, for the Golden State Warriors, a W. For the Jazz, terrible, because Walker Kessler, of course, the last year was not so great. He struggled. He came off the bench. I didn't understand the coaching decision there from Will Hardy. But he is the next Rudy Gobert, man. That's what he is. So yeah, if I'm the Jazz, don't do it. Please don't do it. If you're the Warriors, pull the trigger, man. If they are going to say yes to that one, of course you lose Kuminga. But you know, if you're honest, Moses Moody, like we know he has potential, but he has not shown it so much. So yeah, if you are the Golden State Warriors, go all in for it. If you're the Jazz, stay away from it. Terrible trade. Houston Rockets, alright. Jason Tate and a 2027 top 10 protected first round pick to the Wizards for Corey Kispert. I love the trade. Win-win trade. Kispert going to the Rockets, who I think need some shooting, who are going to compete. They are very strong. So I love that trade. For the Wizards, yeah, you get a first round pick back and a young player in Jason Tate. So win-win trade. So the Pacers, Kendall Brown and a second round pick, 2 second round picks to the third places for Duop Reith. Like, of course, a good backup center, but yeah, not a big deal. So let's not talk too much about it. Don't know much about Kendall Brown. But Duop Reith is a very solid backup center, but not a big trade. Los Angeles Clippers, Russell to the Golden State Warriors for Moses Moody. Yeah, overpayment for Russ at this point of his career, but like we said, it's already a done deal that he goes to the Nuggets, so we can just skip this one. Los Angeles Lakers, Austin Reeves, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Maxwell Lewis, and a 2029 first round pick and a 2030 first round pick swap, and 2031 first round picks. So 3 first round picks pretty much for Lauri Markkanen. And you also get Austin Reeves, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Maxwell Lewis. So yeah, like I said in the Golden State Warriors trade idea, that this alone should be enough for Markkanen. I think it's his contract year, so maybe he doesn't want to resign. If he doesn't want to resign with the Jazz, you take that deal. But if he wants to resign, I would stay away because he has such a unique talent. He's so tall, like what is he, 7 or 7'1"? Or no, he's not 7'1", 6'11" or 7 foot, and shoots the three very well. Kind of a franchise player in my opinion. So yeah, if you are the Lakers, him would be really nice next to AD and LeBron, of course. But I don't know. I'm not sure if the Jazz would accept this trade. So the Grizzlies, Santiago Gama and a 2025 first round pick, top 10 protected to the Jazz for Walker Kessler. Like absolutely amazing. Like stop going for Walker Kessler, man. Like his potential is so high. He's the next Rudy Gobert. And what kind of trade is that? Top 10 protected pick and Santiago Gama. I'm so sorry, but this is so stupid. Like this is not a good job in my opinion on Bleacher Report. Miami Heat, Tyler Hero to the Washington Wizards for Kyle Kuzma, of course. Drama for drama. Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, if I'm the Heat, I would stay away from trading Hero. I'm still a big believer in him. I think he got a lot of criticism through the media as well. Like he was on the trade blog and everybody was talking about him in the Damian Lillard trade, and it just seemed like I don't know if it really came from him or he was just kind of put in that situation. But yeah, he's still young. If I'm the Heat, I would stay away from it. He has a long-term contract. Kyle Kuzma, of course, is a very nice player, but Tyler Hero has the potential to be a number one guy, and Kyle Kuzma is a little bit older, so he's fit next to Bam, and Jimmy is also questionable. I would stay away from it. If I'm the Wizards, I would take that deal, of course, because, like I said, Hero is a nice young player. Alright, let's go to the next one, Milwaukee Bucks. Bobby Portis, there's no way they're going to trade him for Keon Ellis, Trey Lyles, and a second round pick. Yeah, we don't need to talk about it because Bobby Portis is so important to the Bucks organization, to the fans, and everybody involved there. So, like, I think that's one of the last things they would do. Keon Ellis, really good player. Trey Lyles, I'm a big fan of the stretch power forward, and the second round pick. It's a fair price, but Bobby Portis just means so much to the organization, so I don't think it's going to happen. Timberwolves, Leonard Miller to the Bulls for Torrey Craig. I mean, yeah, you get a veteran Torrey Craig back instead of a young guy. If you want to go all in, and I think they have to with the Twin Towers there and Ant-Man. I think you take that trade, Leonard Miller to the Bulls. That's exactly what I would like the Bulls to go. Just take a chance at young guys. So it makes a lot of sense for me, win-win trade. New Orleans Pelicans, so we have of course Brandon Ingram and a 2025 first round pick, only top 3 protected, via Los Angeles Lakers to the Cavs for Jarrett Allen and Caris LeVert. So yeah, I'm a fan of the Cavs trading away Jarrett Allen because I love Mobley so much. I think he could be the next Giannis Antetokounmpo. But you need to give him room to try that out. So yeah, I think I'm a big fan of that one. So you would get back Brandon Ingram. I think he would fit very well. So yeah, a very nice, one of the better Ingram trades I have seen so far. I would take it. I think it's a win-win because the Pelicans need their center and they get with LeVert a nice player back as well. Win-win. I would give both teams a B. So New York Knicks, Jericho Sims and a 2025 first round pick via Washington and a second round pick to the Jazz for Walker Kessler. This is so stupid, man. I don't even want to talk about it. I have said it more than enough that Walker Kessler is much better than this guy's. Put him OKC Thunder, Kendrick Williams and a first round pick, lottery protected to the Golden State Warriors for Moses Moody and Guy Santos. Yeah, I just don't think OKC Thunder need another young guy in Moses Moody. Like, what are they going to do with him when the contract runs out, the rookie extensions are done? Like, are you going to pay this guy like 15 to 16 million a year? Because I think that would be his price. So you have to say goodbye to some players, and I think if you just say goodbye to Kendrick Williams, it's going to be fine. Just let him leave in free agency. Don't resign him. Don't bring in Moses Moody because you have more than enough players you need to be playing. Like, I'm thinking about an Ousmane Dieng. What is his role going to be, Somebody like that. So I would stay away from that as well. And yeah, for the Golden State Warriors, it also doesn't make sense. Like, they are I would give the Moses Moody and Kuminga the keys, so stay away from that as well. So my Magics, Wendell Carter Jr. and a first round pick top 5 protected to the Pelicans for Herb Jones. Wow. Can you imagine that defense on the Magics? Like they have been already one of the better defensive teams. Jamal Mosley, the head coach, is very defensive orientated. And to get back Herb Jones, that would be a crazy, crazy, crazy steal. And the Pelicans, Wendell Carter Jr., like I said, they need their center, so it's kind of a win-win trade, but I don't think the Pelicans would do that because Herb Jones has the potential to be, for many years, one of the best perimeter defenders. I don't think they would do it, but it makes sense for both teams, I will admit that. So another DFS trade, so KJ Martin sign and trade, and a 2026 first round pick top 4 protected to the Brooklyn Nets for DFS. Yeah, him going to Philadelphia is also very nice. I wouldn't stay away from it. I like it. Why not? Why not? And KJ Martin, I think he still has potential, but we will see what's happened with him. Yeah, Nasir Little, I'm sorry, it didn't have really worked out for you so far in the NBA. And a 2031 second round pick to the LA Clippers for Bones Hyland. So Bones Hyland going to the Phoenix Suns. Another ball hawk, another guy who needs the ball and shoots the heck out of it, so I don't like it. And yeah, I think Bones Hyland needs to be very much included in the future of the LA Clippers, because you kind of need those kind of players who can get so energetic, and when they get hot from 3, my goodness. So yeah, I don't like the trade for both sides. I would stay away from it. Portland Trail Blazers, Jeremy Grant to the Lakers for Rui, Gabe Vincent, and a 29 first round pick and a 2030 second round pick. So you pretty much give Grant to the Lakers for a first round pick, top 3 protected, so that's nice, and a second round pick. Yeah, with his contract, I think you're not going to get more than 1 first round pick for Jeremy Grant. So I would take the deal. The Lakers getting him in, it's also nice. Yeah, win-win trade, win-win. Kings, Kevin Huerter, Colby Jones, second round pick, and another second round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cameron Johnson. Yeah, that's something I have been thinking for a while. Like Cameron Johnson on the Kings, very, very interesting. I like it a lot. Kevin Huerter, again, it just seems like they kind of give up on him. So it makes a lot of sense. You know what? I would take that trade, and I would be very, very interested in what the Kings are going to do with Cameron Johnson next to DeMar DeRozan. I would love it. I would definitely love it, The Spurs, Kellen Johnson, Zach Collins, 2025 first round pick, top and protected, 2025 first round pick, lottery protected, and a second round pick, and another second round pick, and another second round pick. So 3 seconds for Brandon Ingram. So Brandon, wow, him next to Victor and Cassell and Vassell, like wow. Sohan, that would be amazing. He would become like definitely the number 2 guy, clear number 2 guy on this team after Victor. I would love it, man. I would love it. That's actually something we could do a rebuild on 2K, Toronto Raptors, so they have Bruce Brown to the Lakers for D'Lo, Hood Schifino, and a second round pick. D'Lo is like another guy, like Tyler Hero, like he's looked very good in the Lakers uniform. He was a very important piece. So giving him up and Hood Schifino and a second round pick to bring in Bruce Brown. I love Bruce Brown as a Pistons fans, of course, but I wouldn't do it, man. I wouldn't do it. I would just hold on to D'Lo. He has more potential. So the Jazz, oh my goodness, another Walker Kessler. I traded to the Golden State Warriors for Moses Moody and a first round pick. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it, man. I'm so tired of it. Washington Wizards to the Magic for Chet Howard. Yeah, why not? Chet Howard looked very good in the Summer League. I have watched a lot of pretty much all of them, I guess, in the Summer League. So him going to the Wizards, where he probably could become like a 6-man or even a starter, like they're hitting the rebuild. I would love it. I would love to see him getting a real chance in the NBA. A very good shooter. So yeah, I like it. And Kispert to the Magic, I also like. A win-win trade. I love it. Alright guys, so that's it for me in today's video. It got much longer than I wanted to be, but yeah, there's just so much to talk about. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, like I said, I would really appreciate if you could leave a like, subscribe to my channel. It would help me out immense, guys. I love you guys, and I will see you at the next one.